guys, welcome back to another YouTube video. Today I'm going to be discussing on, I don't know where to put this slide, but today I'm going to be discussing on preparing for homelessness. I was a person who was homeless at the age of 18 years of age. So I've lived it, experienced it, lived in an SUV 6 months with my father, and it's just, I am definitely going to say this to you right now. One of the first steps to preparing for homelessness, this is usually for people that are like right about to go out onto the streets, like they're right about to hit, they're about to hit the curb, essentially speaking. Ask anybody for money. Seriously, ask this person, ask that person. Nothing is wrong with asking. Nothing is wrong with them saying yes or no. Nothing is wrong whatsoever. Put that guilt and shame away. Just ask. Like, seriously, just ask people. Just ask friends, family, relatives. Like, it doesn't matter. Seriously, just ask. You never know. And it's just another thing is this. Another thing is pack small. Like, seriously, make sure everything is like nitty gritty, packed, ready to go, essentially speaking. So that's how, in case if anything happens, or let's say if you have work, or in case if your car gets stolen or anything, you packed small. Or in case if any of your stuff gets broken into, and not the car gets stolen, but if something else about, you're able to prevent, essentially, from anything big or something very important to you from being stolen. The third thing is this: have a garage sale. Definitely have a garage sale, because when it comes to a garage sale, most people, most of the times, I've seen people make the mistake of where it's like, oh, I can pay for a storage unit, this and that. You are homeless. You will never know your economic situation. It could turn in a blip of an eye, essentially speaking, and you cannot rely on the employer. The employer can literally get rid of you. I've seen people who've literally experienced discrimination in regards to being homeless. Literally, like they have actually lost their job, and something like that, because it's like classist discrimination. Yeah, it's just economic. Because it's not like race or sexual. They can actually get away with. They can actually just write that under at will employment. You've been terminated for this position. I've seen that also happen to homeless people, and it's made their lives incredibly stressful. And that's why it's like, okay, I cannot put all my eggs into the storage unit. I have to sell as much shit as possible. And essentially speaking, me and my father, we lost our storage. Actually, we lost almost like all of our stuff. We lost all of our stuff, essentially speaking. All of our stuff was gone. We sold a lot of stuff, but at the same time, we lost a lot of stuff. And it's just feeling that pit in you of like, wow, like childhood pictures, childhood memories, and stuff like that. Take those photos with you. Definitely take those photos, take some of those memories, take that stuff with you. Like, seriously, like, you don't know what can happen when it comes to something like this, especially when you're about to go out into the streets. Another thing I would do is I would sign up for a gym membership. I had a gym membership. I had somebody, a great family friend, paying for my gym membership, and it was only $35 a month at 24 Hour Fitness, and I could take showers whenever I wanted to, literally. And I would get $300 a month. Actually, no, I would get 200. This is the criminal part about living in California. You think California is like, oh, you know, it's such a democratic state. They're such a welfare state and everything. No, it's Kansas is actually more generous, and it's a red state. Kansas is more generous when it comes to welfare allotment compared to California, as you see here. But when it comes to gym showers, yeah, you can definitely take those. You can definitely, so that's how you keep yourself clean, keep yourself hygienic. You know, that's another great part about the gyms. Like, seriously, very easy, accessible, can take a shower. You got what you got, essentially speaking. Another thing I would do is if I was homeless, or if you are about to be homeless, essentially speaking, I would definitely buy a battery pack or a solar charger, like a solar charger that you can plug a USB into your phone. And essentially speaking, the reason why I would get that is because I can put it out in the sun. I don't have to just rely on the gym. I just don't have to rely on the car engine, just in case if you're worried about, putting stress on the battery or anything like that when the car is turned off or when it's turned on. Essentially speaking, if you're determining how your car works, that's another thing I would do. And the sixth thing I would do, I think, was I on five or six? I think the sixth thing I would do if I was about to go out into the streets is I would definitely get a water pack, a water filter pack. Like, you've probably seen those, like, packs or backpacks where it's like they're able to like filter water and stuff like that. You can take water from essentially anywhere. You can take it from a river. You can take it from um, like a pond. You put it through a carbon filter stream. Water's there. Water's ready. If you want to boil it just to like extra, clean it and stuff like that, you can. Essentially, it turns brown water into clear water. I kid you not. That's what's amazing about these like carbon filter water packs. That's another thing I would get. Plus, again, if the gym is closed, or let's say you're in a place where there's not a gym near you, you can also take a shower quite literally, with like a 1 gallon or 2 gallon. You can take like a quick shower or quick showers, essentially speaking. Very useful on that part. Number seven is I would find a laundromat. Definitely find like a coin op laundromat. And like I said, coin op laundromats, again, this goes back into packing small. Buy the detergent there. It's probably like $2 for detergent. It's like a small or like $1.50 for like a small detergent sachet. Essentially speaking, you put it into your laundry, it cleans the clothes, and there it is. Literally, your clothes are clean. So it's like there are certain avenues and certain places where you can pack small, and there's certain areas where it literally intertwines when it comes into packing small. So it's like the laundromat, or when it comes to the gym, because when it comes to the showers, utilize these opportunities definitely because they are around you and they're around you at cheap prices. The seventh, and I think the first thing I should have said at the beginning of this video, apply for welfare. Guys, there is nothing wrong with going out for welfare. There is nothing wrong with it. Don't let these conservatives be like, oh, you're taking the taxpayers' money, this and that. Essentially speaking, the money's worthless. I mean, we can get into a whole discussion on the Fed basically de-dollarizing, the intrinsic value of the U.S. dollar to where essentially now it's not even backed by anything. I mean, they basically just print money at this point. That's a whole nother political discussion. But the eighth thing I would do if I was homeless is this. And this one, I would have to say, is very, very, very important. Just look for a job. Like seriously, look for a job. You're not gonna want to just be in the car and just, oh, I'm getting welfare and this and that. No, you're gonna want extra money. You're probably gonna want to go to places. You're probably gonna want to. Me and my father went to Joshua Tree, and we slept there for 2 nights. Literally, we went to Joshua Tree in the Nissan Pathfinder, in the '96 Pathfinder. We literally drove to Joshua Tree, and we had an amazing time. It was a very beautiful place, and it's in California, in San Bernardino, Riverside area, off in that area. Like, very beautiful place. Go check it out, definitely, if you live in California. But yeah, definitely get a job. Definitely look for employment. And that's the thing. If you want to rent out a place, great. If you don't, if you still want to be like houseless and like live in your SUV, fine. Honestly, it's your life. Do as you please. But I can tell that most people within this economy, unfortunately, that is not going to be the case. That is not going to be the case at all. Most people, they're doing well. Oh, I'm never going to be homeless, or it's like, okay, I'm struggling. I'm behind bills. Because you guys probably all know a lot of Americans are behind on credit cards, including myself. And it's just, that's the thing. Like, a lot of people just think, oh, it's not going to happen to me. It's not going to happen to me. And then guess what? You get that eviction letter in the mail from your landlord, from your asset managing firm that owns the apartment complex. hey, you have notice to vacate within 30 days immediately, effective immediately. Pay rent now or quit. That's when you get those letters in the mail. So it's just, like I said, a lot of people are going to be going homeless. And some people in this video are probably going to be like, who's this quack job talking about? I work hard, I'm a hustler. Listen to me. I've seen people who've had 9 to 5 jobs. I've seen people who are making $80,000 a year, and that's living in California. I've seen people that are making 6 figures. All it takes is one financial mistake. All it takes is one financial accident. All it takes is going to the hospital to financially ruin you for the rest of your life or an economic downturn. So, these are my tips on how to prepare for homelessness as an ex homeless person, as an ex hobo. And it's just, yeah, like please like, share, and subscribe to this video because I'm getting very serious within YouTube now. And I am definitely reacting to some more videos because this needs to be talked about more. This definitely needs to be talked about more. Like just the fact that so many people just think it's not going to happen to me, that's bullshit. That is bullshit. Unless if you're a millionaire, you should not be talking like that. You should always be planning a financial nest egg. As hard as this is, because we live in inflation, you should be planning a financial nest egg as soon as possible. Like seriously. Like you should just be building it because you never know when it's going to be needed. You never ever know, frankly speaking.